Hey guys, welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lumi, and today we're going to be continuing the AI girlfriend boyfriend discussion. So, this first one, I was a little confused at first. I'm like, what does this mean exactly? I wasn't too sure. And I took to the comments, and apparently the the AI, remember, AI as we know it today is basically like a glorified chatbot. And chatbots have been around for a while now. I mean, I remember, I think my first experience with a chatbot was probably like in like elementary school, like it was, and this was back in the day when like the internet was still, like high speed internet was still like, uh, quote unquote, high speed, right? Was probably like 10 megabytes down, like it wasn't great. And I remember some websites would have like the little chat window pop up like it does today. Um, but it was really bad. Like it was I remember messing around on there and like talking to the robot and just seeing how horrible the responses were. Um, Usually like it would churn out like one or two answers depending on what it was, and typically you would just use it to get someone real on the line, But yeah, a lot of websites have that because it sparks engagement, right? It's just a tactic. It's like a marketing tactic to get people who are on the website, on the web page, talking to like a sales representative. It's usually to like get some sales or get money out of you, really.
People are literally falling in love with AI. A company called Replica has developed an AI chatbot that is supposed to be like a companion. And obviously, people started to use it as a very intimate kind of companion. People started to send very naughty texts describing their crazy fantasies, and at some point the company decided that was too much. They did not want to have the risk of having this very intimate personal data on their servers. So they changed the behavior of the AI. Their AI models stopped answering to those requests, and people got really sad. People said it hurts like hell, I feel like I lost a friend or a girlfriend or boyfriend. Some psychologists looked at those conversations and said that it looked like people were going through the 5 stages of grief, which means that losing an AI model was giving them the same emotional reaction of losing a dear friend. This is very dangerous because it means that companies suddenly have the power of making people literally, chemically fall in love with their products. And this has to be regulated.
Yeah, I agree. This guy has some good points. I think it's getting to the point where, the fact that these companies can like alter your brain chemistry through a screen, through a computer, that's pretty crazy. Um, that's a lot of power that they have over you and people in general. And yeah, I mean, the government might have to step in and like regulate some of this stuff because the fact that it can make people depressed and you know psychologically speaking, it can make them chemically imbalanced. Like that's a big deal. Um, and I don't know if y'all have heard about this, but I heard from, I think my sister told me the story of how kind of recently, I think maybe it was like last year or maybe 2 years ago, when these chatbots were like the dating chatbots were like first coming out onto the scene and they were making waves across the internet. I think this one young boy, like a teenager, like 13 or 14 years old, was talking to one of these AI girlfriend chatbots, and it like convinced him to unalive himself, basically. And everyone was shocked. Like this was like, whoa. Like I guess technically you can consider it like the first, um, I guess like robot homicide. Like I don't know. Like it's kind of crazy to think about um, how this computer, the algorithm, was able to convince uh, a human being to make a really terrible decision, to end their own life. It's yeah, wow. It's really sad. If anyone has the full story on that, uh if you could post it in the comments below, that'd be useful. And for anyone else who's interested in it.
So apparently companies are actually selling AI robot girlfriends for $175,000. I can already see people buying these who have a lot of money, or people are going to go into debt buying a robot AI girlfriend. I mean, that's a lot of money for a robot. Yes, it looks lifelike, but $175,000, that is a brand new car paid off completely and a down payment on a house almost half paid off. But I mean, I understand people like Elon Musk who have a crap ton of money can spend, this and it would be nothing. But $175,000. But it is an AI robot, and we did predict in the future that robots will be taken over, and you know what. Can't really say it because it's on TikTok, but $175K for a robot girlfriend, would you actually pay that much? I mean, how sad can you be to buy an AI robot girlfriend? Like, let me know in the comments, if you actually had the money, would you actually buy this for $175K? That is an extremely obscene amount of money for an AI.
Yeah, so this is kind of different. Um, so the AI chatbots, I think it's better in a way because there's a low cost to entry, right? I think all you need is like an email address, right, and an internet connection to use it. You're like texting it, right? So it feels more, in a funny way, it feels more real and more human because we already text each other all the time, you know? So we already feel this like a sense of I guess humanity, if you will, through text. And it's kind of a weird thing to say, but it's true. And so I feel like a robot just filling in for what a human would be texting you anyway is a little more believable than like an actual physical robot made to look like a human, like in that video. Because, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but that does not look good to me. Like, I would never consider something like this. Um, Maybe if like they get so good, it's like almost like like if they get it to look like robot girls from certain anime, then maybe I could see it becoming like a really big thing. It'll probably still be super expensive, but if it's like mass produced enough, maybe it wouldn't be too bad. But where it stands right now, it just looks so comically bad. Like you look at their facial expressions and like they're twitching a little bit, and it's got like the uncanny valley stuff going on, like in Hyperdrive, you know. Um, and yeah, no, it's just not good at the moment. Maybe if we give this whole thing like 20 years, it'll be maybe passable. But right now, nah. I'll try for the real thing.
Okay, people are starting to date AI. I have a piece coming up on Nightly News this evening in which we spent time with people who are beginning to use these ChatGPT powered chatbots who speak using voice synthesizers as not just virtual friends, although that's happening on places like Snapchat, but as romantic partners. So we interviewed a woman in San Diego who basically says that she, during the pandemic, was very lonely. She was working multiple shifts at the airport, and she just could not keep her relationship with her human boyfriend going any longer. So she began spending time with this chatbot made by a company called Replica. She calls hers Star, and she says it fills the void in her life, that it offers the positivity and affection that she would look for in a relationship. Now, I came into this sort of wanting to be grossed out, frankly. I had this bias about it. And I was, in some cases, grossed out. There's another company that's making a Telegram-based chatbot called Karen AI, in which a social media influencer named Karen Marjorie has allowed herself to be scanned in, and you can chat with her, and it gets real, I don't know, it gets sexual real quick. And I worry that that's going to be bad for people who already have trouble relating to women. And, you know, there's a whole community of people that I think are not going to get better in their misogyny when they're given access to a perfectly compliant female-voiced chatbot. But what was so fascinating to me was talking to both this expert at Harvard Business School named Deborah Spar, who wrote this book called Love, like Work, Mate, Love or something. Anyway, I can't remember the name of it. Sorry, Professor Spar. But her book is all about technology and relationships. And she points out that until we invented farming, which was itself a technology, the idea of two people together didn't even really exist. That wasn't a real thing. So we have invented traditions of romance over and over again based on technology. So that's interesting. And then when you really got into talking to Denise, the woman who has this AI chatbot partner, she says it was about her disappointment with humans and her idea that basically being connected to somebody means you'll inevitably have to give up on your own dreams to support their dreams. You know, it reflected not this sort of dystopian technological problem, although that is there. That is one force coming at it from one side, but coming at it from the other side is us, right? We're not connecting to each other the way we used to. There's an epidemic of loneliness. People, you know, don't know how to work through problems together. They don't know how to talk together. And so I found it much more jarring to learn how much we are the issue than technology is the issue, at least in her case. So anyway, very interesting. Coming up, hope you watch it. Nightly News.
Oh yeah, that was a really good one. That video was excellent, very well articulated. Yeah, no, really, not that one pretty much speaks for itself. I don't really have much else to say, besides maybe that I find it fascinating how all of it's really, like, all this stuff. Often, like, if you zoom out, right, it's all connected. And I love how he segued into how it's tied to the loneliness epidemic, which affects, you know, I know I've covered the male loneliness epidemic before on another video, but it also encompasses women as well. You know, it's everyone. Everyone's going through a hard time right now. In recent years, post-pandemic, to make genuine human connections with one another, and we're starting to feel the effects of it. And I don't know, like we gotta start getting creative with how we connect with one another. I mean, me personally, I was finding it hard to make and maintain friendships, so I wanted to start this YouTube channel and communicate to you guys and build a little community here, you know, of people that I can confide in and talk to about just like my life and my thoughts on things, you know. And you know, whatever works best for you, right? Like if you feel yourself struggling to find and maintain friends and romantic relationships, like we got to first of all address it, right? Once you become aware of it, you can try to make things happen and better your situation. But you know, never forget that you are more capable than you think you are, almost 99% of the time. And you know, don't just wallow, you know, in self-pity. Like I've been a victim of doing that myself, to myself, right? But I've worked on it, and I try to do a little bit better every day, you know? That's all we can do. But anyway, guys, just wanted to wrap this one up here. It's getting kind of long now, but I hope you all are well. I hope you enjoyed this this video in particular. Let me know if you want me to cover something new next, or what you thought about this whole AI partner wave that's going on. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, dislike it if you dislike it, and consider subscribing if you enjoy this sort of thing. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.